Hey guys, this is my movie review for Taken 3. Now, before I get into my movie review, let me tell you how I feel about the other Taken movies. The first Taken movie, I think this is really great. A very simple, believable plot with some really great action scenes that were filmed very well. I really love Taken. I think this is a great movie. Now, I also own this piece of crap. This is Taken 2. In the theater, I recognize that this was a clear step down from the first movie. Way too much shaky cam in the action scenes. The story was not as strong. Felt a little cash grabby. I still bought it, but after watching the Blu-ray, I regretted buying this because I realized it was really not a good movie, not interesting at all, didn't have any of the elements that made the first one such a great film. Now, going into Taken 3, I had seen the trailer a couple months out, and all I really wanted from this movie was a fairly interesting story and some action scenes that were filmed well. That's all I wanted. I wasn't looking for this to be a really great drama or anything like that. And they couldn't even do that. They completely failed. The shaky cam is back in this movie. It's bigger than ever. I even thought it was more of a problem in this movie than in Taken 2. The action scenes are not enjoyable at all. And the story was just really bad. This movie starts off with a scene that is completely unrelated to Taken or Liam Neeson. I thought I was watching another preview for some other movie when this movie began, when I was sitting in the theater. I'm being completely serious. I didn't know the movie had started. I thought we were watching a preview for another movie. And even when you get through the movie and the twist and the plot is the twist is revealed, this beginning scene was completely forgettable. I'd forgotten about it at that point, and they just didn't need it at all. I thought it was a really terrible way to start off the movie. But anyway, after we get this really kind of obscure scene that we don't know whether we're watching a preview for another movie or if we actually started Taken 3 yet, we get into immediately this family drama type of setting with Liam Neeson and his daughter Kim in the movie, played by Maggie Grace, who I didn't like her acting in either of the other two Taken movies, but we immediately get into this family drama stuff, and I won't ruin anything, but it just felt so shallow and generic. I felt like I was watching some Lifetime teenage girl TV drama. It was just really that bad. Just not interesting at all. About the first 20 minutes of this movie or so, I just felt like falling asleep because I did not care about anything that was going on. Really disappointing. And then we finally get into the actual plot of this movie, and I'm just going to repeat it here. It was in the trailer. I guess it's a bit of a spoiler, but if you've seen the trailer, you should already know this. If you don't want to hear it, I guess just skip ahead or I don't know, leave. But Liam Neeson's character's wife in the movie, played by Famke Janssen, she's murdered. That was in the trailer, and Liam Neeson is accused of the murder by the police and everyone. So he goes on the run. He goes into hiding, and the police are trying to track him down. He's trying to figure out who actually committed this murder of his wife, or his ex-wife, I'm sorry. Now, I don't know why they included this in the trailer. I mean, I think they could have, gotten away without giving this away in the trailer, but I don't understand why they would include such a twist like that in the trailer. But anyways, that's the main plot here. And because Liam Neeson is he's accused of this murder, and we don't know who did it. We have no idea who did it, although it was a little predictable. Figuring out who the bad guy was. But it's a bit of a crime mystery at this point, and that works a little bit. I was legitimately interested in that mystery aspect and finding out who the bad guy was. So, and that's really the only thing this movie had going for it, was this kind of mystery, investigative aspect to it. But once after all the twists and turns happen and the bad guy's actually revealed and the plot unfolds, all of that, it just feels very irrelevant, and I just didn't care about it at all. Again, felt very shallow. It just felt, like they made up some story in a very short amount of time to make this movie. It just did not feel relevant. It wasn't believable. Just, it wasn't good. Didn't turn out to be a good story or a good twist or anything. Pretty dumb. And what really brought this movie down even more for me, I already mentioned, was the action scenes. The shaky cam in this was just so bad. I really don't understand how anyone who is a fan of good action movies can enjoy what was going on here. The shaky cam really completely ruined all of the action scenes. They were not enjoyable at all. There was a chase scene early in this movie, and not only were they doing the whole shaky cam thing, but they would cut from one camera angle to another and back again really quickly, and just it gives you a headache. You can't take in any of the action. You can't see what's going on. You just kind of have to sit there and just kind of shut your brain off, and none of the action scenes were enjoyable. It was just felt very messy, and it was terrible. So Taken 3, it's a really bad movie. Had this cool kind of mystery, crime thriller aspect to it. But again, once we get to the end of the movie and all the mysteries are solved and everything's revealed, it just feels very dumb and irrelevant. Terrible action. This really awful family drama crap that's going on. And another thing, Forest Whitaker playing the lead detective in this movie. I think Forest Whitaker is a solid actor, but this is getting really gimmicky. He played the lead detective in The Last Stand, which was a pretty hokey movie. He did the same thing. He was the lead sheriff in Out of the Furnace, which was actually a pretty good movie, and that was kind of different. But seeing him as a sheriff here for the third time, his mannerisms and everything, it feels very gimmicky, and it just didn't feel right. It added one more layer of crap to this movie. So Taken 3 is not a good movie. It was a big disappointment. They couldn't just give us some well-filmed action scenes and a simple plot. They had to give us another really dumb, convoluted plot with a lot of plot holes, by the way. Once you have time to process what's actually going on and everything that happened, there are definitely some plot holes. It's not a believable story, and terrible action and terrible family drama aspect. So Taken 3 gets a D for me. There wasn't really anything in this movie that could salvage it from being a really terrible piece of crap. It's a bad movie. So starting off 2015 with a movie that is going to be in my top 10 worst movies of the year, definitely. And that's unfortunate, but I'm kind of used to that by now. The beginning of the year, the first few months, we don't get too many good movies. So that's my movie review for Taken 3, you guys. It gets a D. I will be seeing Paddington and The Penguins of Madagascar this week. I'll have reviews for those, so all of you young children out there, you can come back for those reviews. I probably won't have anything good to say about those movies either. Penguins of Madagascar coming had already been released last year, but I just stumbled upon a free ticket to go see that, so I'll be seeing that. And then, like I said, Paddington later this week, with only seeing it because a family member wants to go and see it, and yeah, but I will be reviewing it. So look forward to those reviews, but do not see Taken 3. It's really bad. But that's it. Take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.